Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are actually going to dive into the next archetype breakdown. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to churn these out over the next week and a half, and today is the second most voted on my poll on the community tab, which is Green Gogeta BR. But right before we get into that, I want to say some of the normal things. If you want to go up to the official Facebook group for the card game, and that's where we get all these spoilers and official announcements, go there, give it a like, give it a follow. You can also go and join the unofficial discussion group. You can join the unofficial Reddit. You can join the Universe X Discord and actually just chill in there with me and all the homies as growing exponentially. And then the last things I want to get into before we jump into the actual deck archetype breakdown would be that we are holding a one-piece giveaway. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. It's like a almost $500 giveaway just with the stuff we have there. On top of all of that going on, this weekend we will be streaming the limited deck battle hosted by Play TCG. I'll be playing in that tournament, hopefully trying to go for one of those serialized Luffy's. And then on top of that, by the time you're getting this video, I'll probably be mid-stream, but we will be streaming God of War Ragnarok starting today, and you can find that over on Universe X Gaming on Twitch. Links to everything will be in the description. And yeah, with that being said, if you want to support the channel, just hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, and we will keep going from there. Let's go to the card view, see what's up. So here we go. We have the deck list for Gogeta. As per usual, if you want to see each one of these cards and what they do effect wise, I would highly suggest just going down the description and going to my archetype overview. That's just going to be where I go into each card specifically. Here's going to be a very condensed explanation, so we can jump directly into the untapped portion. So what we've got here, we've got the leader. Of course, he's Veku on the front side. He's only 5k, but he goes up to 10,000. Then on the back side, he's 15k, he goes up to 20k. He's going to be awakening when you awaken from Z energy, whereas the Gogeta on the back side is going to be able to draw every time you EX evolve, making this potentially a lot of plussing. And it's pretty cool. But in the deck, we've got 4 of the 1-drops each. These are the starters. They search top 7 for a Goku or Vegeta BR that's green with 6 cost or less. That's very important for the deck. 4 Defending Father Paragus super combos, which is once again just one of the most mechanically sound super combos of all time. You've got 4 of these Super Saiyans, mainly because they're important. These EX evolves the Goku draws you an additional card at the cost of discarding a card, but when you're EX evolving for the turn, he is going to be able to plus you quite a few cards and filter a lot of cards. Then you've got SS Vegeta All Out Evolution. He is your crit beat stick. He's going to push a lot of the deck in a unsavory way for your opponent, and so that's quite. Then you've got SS Son Goku Crimson Impact, and that's actually just pretty cool right there. He's going to be able to start chains. He comes out and he can bring a 1-drop out from your drop. This guy's just destruction. That's why we don't have that much of him, because there's lots of destruction in the deck. You've got this guy. He comes from your Z energy and he's destruction. You've got this guy. He's a fusion. He's also destruction. Spirit Bomb Son Goku is just a very good combo with Fated Rival Son Goku, and he'll be able to recycle the Defending Father Paraguses and whatnot. Also just the energy engine. And then you've got Piccolo, who's going to be able to kill unisons pretty much on site. You've got 3 SSB Gogeta, limits broken. You're going to charge him into your Z energy, and you can play him from there by, returning a SS Gogeta facing the ultimate. Then you got Cell Xeno. As you can see, the numbers are here. You got a lot of 3s. You got, some 4s. You got 6s. These guys just roll out to make Cell Xeno. And you've got Shocking Death Ball, 4 Weeks of Capriciousness, because these are essentially your dormants and they can be played for free. And then 3 Homicidal Clones. Like I said, very rudimentary build. I don't think this has the Z deck in here. Yeah. So for the Z deck, we're running, of course, the Z Awaken, 1 surmounting 2 Bulmas, because the Bulmas are going to be, this is rating floor playability. They're going to be able to recycle some of your cards to Z energy. You've got the Frieza going in there, and you've got this Jiren. This Jiren's pretty strong, but it's kind of situational. You need to be able to see what you're doing in order to play it. So, what I mean by that is, like, he hurts unisons and stuff like that. He does pretty cool stuff, but you need to see what your opponent's playing in order to be able to go off this one. So let's hop over to the untapped side, and then I'll show you guys essentially how this deck bread and butters. So here we are. We are going to shuffle Roll the die, we got an 18, so it looks like we'll be going first. All right, versus a 5, so let's draw. We want to have the 1-drops in hand. They are very important to how the deck operates, and unfortunately, seeing that Cell Xeno means we're gonna just have to keep a card here. We're gonna put back everything, and I mean everything. We could keep this Goku because it's very important we have a Z, or that we have you know, an EX Evolve. So I'll gamble and I'll keep that because we have technically one more turn to see, but we really do need a 1-drop. And we got most of the cards back that we didn't need. So this is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We will look at this, and I will just charge this because we have 3 more copies in deck, and I'll pause. Now normally when people swing right now, they try to accrue Z energy, like Vegeta will do it. Most decks need that Z energy to start off their early turns. So when you get swung on, it's very easy just to combo, still take the damage, and then put this in here. So we'll be able to do that. That's fine. That's really fine. And then afterwards, what we can do is draw for turn. And then we are able to, we'll have to choose a charge. We'll kind of want to keep the Homicidal Clones and the Shocking Death Ball, I believe. We have 2 of these. I like stacking these because they start getting really strong, but we have 1 in hand. We want to keep our options as big as possible, and some of these we do want in Z energy. So what we're gonna do now is swing with Veku, and he's gonna go up to 10k and search top 5 for a Goku BR, Vegeta BR, or a Gogeta BR with 6 costs or less. We got a Goku, and this is where the deck is going to falter. If you don't get the 1-drops, it becomes increasingly hard to function. We're about to be dead in the water because look, like, we can't do anything. We literally cannot do anything. So, I mean, our opponent is going to be able to set up. Yes, we have Homicidal Clones. Yes, we have this. I mean, if our opponent starts swinging on us, this is their turn 2. That's not a usable card. That's not a usable card. Our turn 3, we draw, and we get a Goku. And now we can start playing cards. This is kind of a weird start at this point because we are turn 3 and we haven't done anything. That's where this deck kind of falters. The 1-drops are extremely important. So what I'm gonna do now is swap over to going second and having and being able to play again, because this is like, in this format, you would never be able to compete going to turn 3 without having a single bit of momentum on board. All right, so in this one, we'd be going second. And we have a 1-drop here. That's going to be good. We like the 1-drop Vegeta, but literally half this stuff can go. We'll keep this because this is actually good to charge. And we'll draw. A Vegeta 1-drop would be very nice right now, but if we don't get it, we don't get it. All right, we're at least set up to a bit of a degree. So we're going to set up our energy. And first thing we're going to do is charge this. Well, we get to draw first, actually. So let me just do that. We draw. It's not a 1-drop Vegeta, but that's pretty cool. We're going to charge this one. And after charging this one, we're going to... I kind of do want the Vegeta still, so we're going to swing with Veku. And Veku is going to go up to 10k and check top 5, hopefully for a 1-drop Vegeta. We do not get it, but we do get to take this, because he goes 6 or less, we get to take this Gogeta to hand and shuffle the rest. After doing so, what I'm going to do is... This is a little hard. It doesn't really matter quite yet, but we can charge a number of things. I don't want to give away our future plays and they can see how well or how hard we hinge on certain things, but we need to set up a Vegeta and a Goku because you never know what your opponent will remove on your end. And if you set up a Vegeta and a Goku, it doesn't matter what 1-drop you play next turn, you'll be able to Z Awaken. So we'll do that and go up to 15 just to get the Z energy. And then we'll play this guy and we'll search top 7 for a Goku or Vegeta. What we're going to see is another one of these. We'll take it. So we'll take that Vegeta and we'll shuffle. Our opponent is going to charge the 2 energy. If they're playing like Gogeta, they could minus this. There's a gajillion ways this guy can die, which is, again, one of the issues. Like, if they swing on me, and, I mean, once again, like, if we just get swung on, we take it, that end but combo and then go to Z energy, that's fine. But there's a lot of things that could happen this turn. They're going to be awakened. It's unfortunate that we're currently where we're at. So we draw Cell Xeno. Most of this stuff isn't helping. I know I sound very negative with it, but it's just the way it is. We have a negate here that we're probably going to keep in hand. So we'll charge this Vegeta, right? And then this is kind of where this sucks. You definitely want to find a lot of cards. This is going to search. And I think that the search is more valuable than the draw that we could get next. So what we're going to do here is peep the top 5 again. And hopefully get a 1-drop Vegeta. That's perfect. So we'll take the 1-drop Vegeta, right? And after taking the 1-drop Vegeta, we'll shuffle the deck, take him to hand. And now we're just kind of at a place where we can't play quite the way we want to, because it would have been nice to have the Vegeta out, but it is what it is. Now what we can do is tap this dude, and we can play the Goku over here. We're gonna draw once from a Goku, and then from his effect, we're gonna draw one and discard one. There's not a lot I'd like to discard in this hand. We wanna make sure that we have the correct amount of Gokus and Vegetas. This is a Piccolo and that's a Son Goku, so we wanna keep that too for barrier destruction. This starts becoming very, very annoying. We can play this guy next turn from a couple of cards that we could run in the deck, but there's really not like a correct choice here. There really isn't. We could discard that. It really depends on the deck we're playing against. It could be too hefty. He doesn't have a deflect, so there's a couple of things that can kind of get in his way. Unfortunately, I think we discard this guy, and then after doing that, since we awaken from Z energy, we can then awaken by drawing a card from here, flipping this dude over, and that's here. And then we untap this. So now we have a couple more options. We could go the crit route. We could put him on a little bit more pressure. I think that at this moment, it's actually more important that we get, because of our low defenses, that we get Homicidal on board. So if we swing with this Goku, right? And then what we do after that is play this to Z energy. We can get in a 20k swing. After getting a 20k swing, we can tap this, go for surmounting. And we have multiple of these Whis cards in hand. So we dump this, go for surmounting, and surmounting is going to be able to... we will bottom deck the card we have doubles of. And then we will take a life and draw one. So we're starting to get a little bit bigger, and now we have access to our super combo and surmounting, so our super combo and homicidal, so that's actually pretty cool. But we're still very, very fragile here. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, we can activate this and we can you know, Whis, and this is pretty cool. You can discard one green card from your hand and it's a dormant, so depending on how wacky the turn is, we've got plays there, and we still have homicidal. But this is what I mean by the deck is kind of like a weird creep kind of deal. Like, let's say they swung on us again and we just combo this into Z energy because we could. We have a 1-drop Goku over here, so we can charge this one for now. Now we have general green options. We can play this guy and pop something through barrier. We can also do stuff like play Vegeta, and Vegeta is going to roll through our cards. So we'll peep top 7. You know what? We can take another Gogeta, or we can take another 1-drop Vegeta. 1-drop Vegeta. I think we can take another 1-drop. The 1-drops are very important, and I do like the Vegeta a little bit more than the other one. So we take the 1-drop, we shuffle, we put this in hand. Then we tap another one. You see how energy hungry this deck is? We play this guy, right? And after playing this guy, we are able to draw 2 cards. One from the Vegeta himself as the EX Evolve, and then one from our leader. So we do start to gain a lot of cards that way, and you can see we are starting to build a hand, but it's like the pressure. What are we doing here? We swing for 15. I can combo this guy to make it 20k. That's fine. These are 15s with no protection, so really you have to kind of turn them sideways every turn. I say this despite not turning the Goku sideways. But, you know, we can swing with 15 again, just see what they do. Swing with this guy. He's going to draw a card, and we're going to go up to more stuff. We're starting to get some funny stuff here, because now we can start speeding through the deck in attempts to go a little higher. Like, if they were to get off or try to swing hard, we can always hit the homicidal clones, draw this card to hand, make a blocker token, and, you know, we've got stuff like that. We can block an attack. We have more than enough combo power to just be like, nah, like, let's see what we want here. And, I mean, to be fair, we also have a lot of different plays we can do. Like, next turn, on 4 energy, there's a lot that this deck could kind of push into. What I mean by that is we have multiple turns of play. Like, if we wanted to force a crit, for instance, right? Like, we could Z Awaken right now if we want to. Maybe not particularly a reason. But we could literally play Faded Rival Son Goku, blow up something, right? We could swing with a critical threat and play 2 Paraguses to see what we draw. We could then go into Spirit Bomb Goku and swing and combo with 2 more Paraguses. That's a huge play. And then we can go to Salzino, like, just to show you the different lines. Like, we could be like, okay, let me swing here and Paragus to 1 and 2. There's a high chance that we see the other Paragus. There we go, look at that. What do you know? And we could just start removing stuff. And you can see that if we were to combo 3 Paraguses to push through a crit, right? We could then EX Evolve on, if we played this guy, we could EX Evolve for 1 more energy to then play finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku. And I'm going to put these to the side because they'd be back in a second. His effect says when he swings, you can combo with up to 3 green cards. So we force through a 45 crit for, I guess, reasons. Not double strike because we can't be that good. But then we could swing with this guy and instantaneously put him up to 50 and draw 3 more cards, or we'll go cycle through 6 more cards. So we'd see most of our deck using that play if that's what we wanted to do. At the same time, though, what we can also do, just because, is with the, sorry, putting these back up real quick. If we didn't go that route, we have a Vegeta in hand right here. Oh, sorry, a Gogeta in hand right here. And he's able to say, put these back because we didn't draw them. He's able to be played by Fusion, and we can fuse from our Z energy. So what we could do here is play 2 energy, play this guy. If your opponent has 2 or more energy and you draw one card, Green Sun Goku BR, and yeah, so you play this guy, right? And you draw. And then you literally get this guy's effect. This is a Z energy or union skill for the hand. You draw a card. So that would draw 2. We'd still see that Paragus. That's pretty nice. And then you have a lot more attacks. Like, this guy has dual attack for 25. This guy has, you know, critical. This guy's a 15. This guy is going to swing and draw another card just from swinging up to 20k. And then you're able to do cool stuff. Like, at any point, you could combo this guy out, bringing him out here. And then you could just pop him back. Like, literally, this guy is going to come out by tapping 1. And if you have 3 more energy, you can add 1 Gogeta. Yeah, with the cost of 6 energy, play this card. Wait, that's not right. To your Z energy, there we go. So you'd be able to play this to your Z energy and then play this guy. This guy's going to come out and he's going to just blow up something, which is pretty tight. Card can't be KO'd, deflect, double strike, 35k. KO it, your opponent discards 1 card. I mean, that's cool. These are all cool things. Swing with here. At the same time, though, it's kind of lackluster. That's the main issue here. Doing that play cuts you off from Salzino, whereas doing the other play would have had 3, 3, and then you'd have 6, allowing you to Salzino that turn. And that could be cool, even if you're not getting its full effects, but you have the ability to run stuff that way. With 3 super combos in hand and this, you're probably not dying. Like, if I sit here and I use this card and literally just tap this, use a Whis Capriciousness, and discard a 1-drop. Where are you at, buddy? Or discard a... Do I still have a... Yeah, I have a Goku and Vegeta in here. I'll discard this. Now you're sitting here attacking 2 more times, and I have the ability to super combo you multiple times, which is really cool. You officially have to get rid of my board, because if I super combo you 3 times, we don't need this anymore. He's not unique, is he? Deflect double strike. We might want to use that again, so we might keep that. But if we start warping these cards, right, defending ourselves, draw 1, draw 2. Is that a Son Goku? That's Son Goku. We don't really need more than 1 of him, to be honest. But yeah, if we use all 3 super combos this turn, we can potentially have a very explosive next turn, provided that some of our cards are still here. Of course, getting into a homicidal is nice, and we really just don't care about Piccolo. Actually, you know what? We have the plays. Never mind, we have the plays. And then you have the almighty green turn. And what I mean by almighty green turn is that turn where you open up into 5 energy and the world is your oyster. What I mean by that is you have whatever you had on board left, and on top of having whatever you had on board left, you have the ability to literally turn your entire board sideways. Whatever board you have left, you have the ability to turn it sideways. And on top of turning your board sideways, you have the ability to play your Fated Rivals. Your Fated Rivals blows up something, you know, whatnot. You then can tap 1 more to play this Piccolo. Piccolo's going to get 2 25k swings in if these conditions are right. Then you'll be able to tap this guy and play Finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku, discard 1 of these. You swing with Son Goku and you swing with 3 Paraguses, so you get that 1 to warp a card. We don't really need any of these, so it doesn't really matter. 1 to warp a card. We still probably don't need anything that's coming out. That's good for next turn just in case. So we'll just warp, and then you get the 1 and the 2, and you warp another card. Swinging for 50,000, 55,000, always gonna be a cool thing. Make sure you have the cards to defend yourself. And then afterwards, you just put these guys in the grave in order to drop your honky-dory Cell Xeno. Cell Xeno comes to the board, warps 3 from their hand, then swings. That's a massive turn. Anytime you have 5 energy, hitting both Fated Rivals is a massive just go. And then going into Cell Xeno. So that turn's a huge turn, but that's just Green's turn 5 anyway. Green's turn 5 I think is still one of the strongest pushes in the game because of Fated Rivals and Cell Xeno. But it depends on what you have going into it. And I think that this Gogeta deck is kind of weird with the cards mostly being 15k. Red just wipes them off the board. Black, green, any color with removal will disrupt this. Nothing has barrier, nothing has deflect. Even the Gogeta cards that say they can't be KO'd, they can't be KO'd. That doesn't stop them from getting wiped off from these. So all in all, I'm a little sad about this archetype. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments. I think it's too reliant on seeing the 1-drop. There's weird spacings for EX evolving. The Bulma is good from the Z deck, but you can barely play her simply because the energy isn't always there. The turn 5 play has nothing to really do with the deck. It's just Fated Rivals and Cell Xeno being absolutely nuts stupid. The deck does draw a lot of cards, but it's really rough to set up your plays. So let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys the next time you decide to join Hmmmm I. Thanks for supporting, and I'll see you next time.